Hari Om. Om Shri Chinmaya Satgurave Namaha. Prostrations in the lotus feet of Pujya Swami Shantanandaji. Namaskar to Brahmachari Sohamji. Warm welcome to Lolitaji, Sharmilaji, Lodhia family, who are present in person here and who are connected online. To all Chinmaya Mission family members, friends and relatives who are here and joined from all over the world in this prayer service. It is an expression of our gratitude to Gurudev for someone who all of us in Chinmaya Mission have lovingly known as Pranji or Pranji uncle. Gratitude was the name of the last composition that we just saw by the Sprongs family among many compositions that we just played. They were specifically created for Pranji uncle. They have been devotees of Pujya Gurudev based in Netherlands, and this composition was created in time just for Pranji uncle to see and view. Pujya Guruji, in one of his compositions, Kritagnyata, which we will chant later, Guruji says it is impossible to express gratitude towards Guru or Lord. But the very attempt to express that gratitude becomes an act of devotion. Today's event is an expression of that gratitude as an act of devotion. Let me share a high-level flow of the program so that the program flows uninterrupted, so that you know that what to expect. We will be blessed by benedictory address by Pujya Swamiji, by Brahmachari Sohamji. We will hear from CMW board members who will be joined remotely via Zoom, Apparauji, Gaurangji, and Shardammaji. Janesh Murjaniji will represent CMSJ board and he will speak here in person. Lastly, we will hear from Sharmilaji, daughter of Pranji uncle, to share her thoughts. We will also see video snippets of Pujya Gurudev describing qualities and attitude of a good sevak. We will hear a special message by Pujya Guruji. Interspersed in the speeches, addresses, and the videos, we will chant devotional stotram and composition together, led by our Aparna. Before we begin, let me request you to just check your phone to make sure they are in silent mode, if you haven't done so already. I now invite Brahmachari Sohamji to lead us in this devotional service.
Om Shri Chinmaya Satgurave Namaha. My pranams to Pujya Swamiji, Pujya Swami Shantanandaji. Pranams to Pujya Swami Ishwaranandaji, who couldn't be here with us in person today. And Hari Om and pranams to the Lodhia family and to one and all gathered here. Sant Kabir Das Ji, in one of his dohas, he gives a very beautiful metaphor of how our time is in this world. He says all of us are like leaves. We sway with the wind, and then one day this wind takes us away. He says, Patta toota daal se le gaye pavana udaye. But the interesting thing to ask is, how was that leaf while it was on the tree? There are some leaves which recognize the tree to be their master and devote their whole life for that tree. There are some leaves which blend seamlessly with other leaves and give a lot of shade to those who come. And then there are some leaves who sway in such a way that just looking at them, you get so much joy. In this tree of Bhagwan's creation, there are some leaves whom we call as devotees. They live in this world, recognizing Bhagwan and their Guru to be their master, and surrender their life in their seva. They also have this childlike innocence, and they seamlessly blend with others to accomplish work of Bhagwan. In and through that, they accomplish so many things through which others benefit. Our dear Pranji Bhai was one such devotee, and today we are here for this Prarthana Sabha as a prayer to Bhagwan, invoking that may these virtues also find a way to all of us. In my 2 years that I've known Pranji Bhai, not long given how much all of you have known, I was almost struck by his clarity of thought and also his ability to be with people. So today is a remembrance of all those divine qualities and a prayer to Pujya Gurudev that may this life be spent in your seva. Tvatpada bhaktim paramanu raktim. Hari Om. Hari
अखण्डमण्डलाकारं व्याप्तं येन चराचरं तत्पदं दर्शितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुरेव परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। स्थावरं जङ्गमं व्याप्तं यत्किञ्चित् सचराचरं तत्पदं दर्शितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। चिन्मयं व्यापि यत्सर्वं त्रैलोक्यं सचराचरं तत्पदं दर्शितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। सर्वश्रुतिशिरोरत्न विराजितपदाम्बुजः वेदान्ताम्बुजसूर्यो यः तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। चैतन्यशाश्वतशान्तो व्योमातीतो निरञ्जनः बिन्दुनादकलातीतः तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। ज्ञानशक्तिसमारूढः तत्त्वमाला विभूषितः भुक्तिमुक्तिप्रदाता च तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। अनेकजन्म सम्प्राप्त कर्मबन्धविदाहिने आत्मज्ञानप्रदानेन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। शोषणं भवसिन्धोश्च ज्ञापनं सारसम्पदः गुरोः पादोदकं सम्यक् तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। न गुरोरधिकं तत्त्वं न गुरोरधिकं तपः तत्त्वज्ञानात् परं नास्ति तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। मन्नाथः श्रीजगन्नाथः मद्गुरुः श्रीजगद्गुरुः मदात्मा सर्वभूतात्मा तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। गुरुराधिरणाधिश्च गुरुः परमदैवतं गुरोः परतरं नास्ति तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। ब्रह्मानन्दं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वधी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तं नमामि। त्वमेव माता च पिता त्वमेव त्वमेव बन्धुश्च सखा त्वमेव त्वमेव विद्या द्रविणं त्वमेव त्वमेव सर्वं मम देवदेव त्वमेव सर्वं गुरुदेवदेव। व्याप्तं जगत्येन चिदात्मभावात् रज्ज्वायताहेर्हि चराचरं यत् सन्न्यस्य सर्वं च सदात्मभावे स्वयं समस्तं च बभूव यस्तु निस्सङ्गनिर्मुक्तिपदं प्रपद्य ब्रह्मात्मभावेन विराजितो यः श्रीसौम्यकाशीशमहेश्वराय तस्मै नमः स्वामी तपोवनाय तस्मै नमः स्वामी तपोवनाय अखण्डभाव शिवरूपतत्त्वः चितिस्वभाव परमात्मसत्यः सत्यस्य सत्यसुधियैव गम्यः परप्रदानात् परमेश्वरो यः आद्यन्तहीनो निरपेक्षदीप्तिः स्वतः स्वरूपेण विपुल्लितो यः श्रीसौम्यकाशीशमहेश्वराय तस्मै नमः स्वामी तपोवनाय तस्मै नमः स्वामी तपोवनाय मन्तुं न शक्यो मनसा कदाचित् वक्तुं न केनापि तथा न वाचा बोद्धुं च बुद्ध्यापि तथा न शक्यो बुद्ध्यादिसाक्षी खलु केवलो यः सर्वेन्द्रियातीतपदस्थितोऽपि सर्वेन्द्रियप्रेरयिता परो यः श्रीसौम्यकाशीशमहेश्वराय तस्मै नमः स्वामी तपोवनाय तस्मै नमः स्वामी तपोवनाय शुद्धातिशुद्धं च सदा प्रबुद्धो विश्वेश्वरो विश्वपरप्रसन्नः व्यापी परब्रह्मणि मोदमानः वेदान्तसारसुधियां शरण्यः एको वशी सर्वभूतादिवासः सर्वाधिपः सर्वजीवात्मको यः श्रीसौम्यकाशीशमहेश्वराय तस्मै नमः स्वामी तपोवनाय तस्मै नमः स्वामी तपोवनाय अशब्दमस्पर्शमरूपवच्च तथा रसं नित्यमगन्धवच्च निरञ्जनं नित्यनिरीहमेकं बुद्धे परं निर्गुणसद्ध्रुवं च गुह्यं गभीरं गगनोपमं पश्यन्ति निर्धूतमलायतीन्द्राः श्रीसौम्यकाशीशमहेश्वराय तस्मै नमः स्वामी तपोवनाय तस्मै नमः स्वामी तपोवनाय तेजोमयं दिव्यममेयशक्तिं सनातनं शान्तमनामयं च अद्वैतमाश्चर्यमचिन्त्यरूपं परात्परं नित्यमनन्तमाद्यं ज्ञानप्रकाशेन विशुद्धसत्त्वः यं पश्यति स्वात्मनि चिन्त्यमानं श्रीसौम्यकाशीशमहेश्वराय तस्मै नमः स्वामी तपोवनाय तस्मै नमः स्वामी तपोवनाय तस्मै नमः स्वामी तपोवनाय.
Yaha, whoever he be, Mam, me, Evam Das, comes to know me as the absolute reality. Not chara, not chara. Words have no place there. He who realizes me of that type, Purushottamam, that individual is Sarvavit. He knows now everything. He has no more any confusion regarding the world of plurality. Sarvavit, Sarvavit bhajati mam. He is the only one who can seek and serve. How? Sarvabhave. You and I as an individual entity, when we are serving the Lord, we cannot serve with all our heart. We will always have a little desire. Lord's grace will be with me, and my children and my family will be happier because I am a great devotee. There is only one who has awakened to that great reality, who can serve me, shed his enlightenment into the world outside, the confused people. Sarva bhaven. Sarva bhava in all your vitality and aspects. Sharirika, manasika, bauddhika bhava. He alone can, at the body, mind and intellect level, with no selfishness at all, wanting nothing, desiring nothing, expecting nothing. Pour out this knowledge, whether the other fellow understands it or not. He is the only one who serves me at all times. In his physical activities, in his emotional nature, in his intellectual thoughts, he is always serving everybody. Serving me in spreading this knowledge in the world outside. Why? Lifting the mind from its preoccupation with the world of OET, objects, emotions and thoughts of the outer world, and trying to find you and seek and discover your identity with the higher. That is called yoga. You do to yoke your physical, mental, intellectual attention totally to the higher. And you cannot turn the attention to the higher unless you have withdrawn the attention from the world of outside, a sensuous world of sense objects. And these two processes together is called yoga. Do you have reaction? Even you are breathing, you are eating, from morn till dusk, all actions undertaken, constantly remembering the higher reality, is called karma yoga. When thou centered in the higher, when I play in the world of BMI, which I have to so long as I am alive, fulfilling my duties in the world outside, not that I have a desire to gain something from the world, but to serve the world as though I am serving Him who is these names and forms. My beloved Lord is present in every form. The ocean is present in every wave. So when I am serving you, I am not serving you, individuals. I am serving Him who is in my heart, who is also in your heart. This way to act on the world outside is called Buddhi Yoga. Into the cup of your head, 15 chapters of the Gita has been put there. Yet your life is as bitter. No sweetness at all. Why? It has not been shaken. That shaking is done by the spoon of the mind. In the intellect, you've got all the ideas. But it doesn't add sweetness to your thoughts, your ideas, your concepts, your vision, your imagination. No. It's all selfish at this moment. Shake it. Shake it with the mind, clockwise and anti-clockwise. That is called a reflection. You have to independently think about it. When you thus think for yourself and discover the ideas, it becomes sweeter. It becomes dissolved. The knowledge that has been put therein dissolves and adds a new glow to every thought that rises in your mind. And these thoughts expressed out in the world outside is called your action. So the etat buddhva, having known this, meaning put into your cup, into your head, buddhiman syat. May you become sweetened in your intellectual thoughts by shaking it. Kritakrityascha bharata, and come to experience in life kritakrityata, a sense of having done what is to be done.
Om Shri Chinmaya Sadguruve Namaha. I never thought that I have to attend Pranji Bhai's prayer meeting. Somehow, I always thought he will be with us ever. But then this is inevitable. Everybody has to face in life. Not everybody understand fully the depth of Gurudev's vision. And even if understood, but to adopt in their life and live and demonstrate to the world as an example, it's difficult. But we find in Pranji Bhai, he lived, he demonstrated, he even set an example to all of us, to not only himself, but he conveyed that knowledge and vision to his family and children. And it is a beautiful example of how Gurudev's teaching and vision benefited the entire family. When I was appointed by Pujya Guruji as the president of Chinmaya Mission West, I was really nervous. Then I expressed my concern to Guruji. Guruji very calmly said, nothing to worry. Pranji is there. So seek his help. So ever since, I used to trouble him with my phone calls, that every time I got the clarity in his thinking, he was always in line with what Gurudev would have thought and gave me proper advice. He was my anchor. I had a lot of confidence whenever we met in the meeting, and always I was prepared myself to face any challenges because of his advice. Now I'm going to miss that. I really miss him. And think about a person who lived, like Swamiji said, like a leaf supporting the tree, at the same time serving the world, giving shelter and shade. The same way, Pranji's life also was such. And think about how he left this world also on a very auspicious day, Hanuman Jayanti day, Purnima day, Uttarayana Punyakalam. All these doesn't come to a person unless he is such a noble soul. And it is said that such people definitely go to Brahmaloka. And now we all seek his blessings so that we will be able to walk the path that he has shown us, he has demonstrated us, he has lived with us. I pray to him, bless all of us, Chinmaya family members, to serve Gurudev and his vision as he served. Hari Om.
Thanks, Swamiji. Hari Om. Later, Shamela, Harsha, grandkids, and members of Chinmaya family, Rams. I call Pranji my Guru Bhai and brother by choice. I have 5 brothers that I share my parents with, and Pranji is the 6th one, and we don't share the parents. That's the only difference. As a matter of fact, he is more closer to me than some of my own siblings. I could not be there in person to celebrate Pranji's life. Yes, today is the graduation of my grandson from the University of Michigan. I was asked to limit my speech to 3 minutes and recollect a couple of anecdotes from Pranji's relationship with me and with Chinmaya Mission. I would say that Pranji's relation with Chinmaya Mission was mutually beneficial. Mission benefited a lot by Pranji's service to the mission, and Pranji benefited a lot by being associated with Pujya Gurudev. Two anecdotes come to mind. When it was decided to professionally videotape the Marathon Gita Gnana Yajna at Piercy in May of 1991, obviously, it stirred a lot of controversy. When we talked to Gurudev, answer was, talk to my pran and do what he says. It was decided to professionally videotape it at a cost of $100,000 by a team from Hollywood. It was Pranji's weight that finally swayed the board to go ahead and spend the money to video record it. Another episode that comes to mind was publishing the coffee table edition. As can be expected, there was quite a bit of controversy. Some people said, no, why waste money? Why should we do it? Again, I wrote to Gurudev. Gurudev's reply right back, talk to my pran. Gurudev used to call Pranji pran. He says, talk to my pran, his prana. And Pranji said, Apara, we should do it. We don't do it every time. It's a good opportunity. We have a good photographer and a publisher that wants to do it. It's not big money in the long run. It was Pranji's decision to go ahead and do that. I can recollect a lot of these, but given the time constraint, I will limit these to two episodes. It was my pran. That's what Gurudev used to call him. Nobody can do this alone. And equal credit should go to Leta for sharing Pranji with us. Time with the mission was time away from Leta and the kids. Leta, we thank you for sharing Pranji with us. We are eternally grateful to you. And the last point I would like to stress is Pranji was mission-centric, not center-centric. Most of us in the mission are center-centric, whether it is Chinmaya Mission, whatever name, I don't want to add a name to it, Chinmaya Mission -- we want to serve our local center. But Pranji's vision always was not CM San Jose, the Chinmaya Mission Global and Chinmaya Mission West. That's what he spent his time serving. And Piercy won't be what it is, Krishnalaya won't be what it is, but for the single-handed work of Pranji. Pranji served the mission with highest integrity, with gentle yet firm when the decisions need to be made. Finances are not new to Pranji. What do you expect from a Stanford MBA? Pranji, thank you, my brother. We'll be in touch. You're not physically here, but you are there in our spirit. Thank you. Hari Om. Thank you, Leta. Thank you, Harsha. Thank you, Shamela. Thank you, Swamiji. Hari Om.
Hari Om, everyone. When I think of Pranji Bhai, three attributes come to mind: love for Gurudev, seva to Gurudev, and his sincerity. The slok, Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwara, Guru Saksat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Just as Brahmaji creates, Gurudev inspired Pranji. And Pranji loved Gurudev. But the difference was that many devotees, when Gurudev came, they were inspired. But once Gurudev left, some of them joined study group. Pranji Bhai also did that, but he did not stop at that. Seva, that was inspired by Gurudev, he started serving the mission and San Jose, PRC, and so many different centers. When they started, Pranji Bhai was there. At times, there were troubles in some centers. who did we all turn to? Pranji Bhai, you fly there, take care of this, take care of that. He was always there for Gurudev as well as Guruji. Pranji Bhai, personally, with respect to Chinmaya Mission also, was quite helpful in his moral support to us when the very technology of CD-ROM was new and we came up with Chinmaya, Journey to the Truth. Later on, Bal Vihar curriculum. It was a major project, quite expensive, but he was there. He supported and he said it should be done. And we haven't found an ambassador like Pranji Bhai for our Gita 365 Upanishad app. Pranji Bhai's love for Gurudev, I remember Apparauji mentioned about the marathon camp. He would always be there at Gurudev's kutia before pravachan, just a short drive from the kutia to the entrance of the, when it was a tent, to the pravachan hall, the tent. He would bring Gurudev and be always there to take him back. So many different things come to mind when I think of Pranji Bhai. Very sincere. Many a times in our board meeting, as it was indicated earlier, there would be difference of opinion, which is very natural. But afterwards, when we needed each other, nothing was held back. Whatever was best for the center, best for the mission, Pranji Bhai was there to help us. And I mentioned three things about his sincerity, love, and the Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu. He was sustained in Maheshwara. In the last 6 months, I spoke to Pranji Bhai quite a few times, especially when we all knew and he also knew that the end is nearer. One thing that he repeatedly would say, he says, Gaurang Bhai, I'm so glad that Gurudev came into my life and I surrendered. He was ready for Gurudev and his thoughts were turned to Gurudev and he lived the life that Gurudev had indicated. Pranji Bhai, I miss you and we'll miss you in our board meetings. Hari Om, Hari Om.
नत्वा सद्गुरुपदारविन्दम् कुर्मश्चिन्मय महिमागानम् भुक्तिमुक्तिदमङ्गलरूपम् गुरुं स्मराम सदा प्रसन्नम् गुरुं स्मराम सदा प्रसन्नम् चिन्मय गुरवे नमो नमः चिन्मय गुरवे नमो नमः चिन्मय गुरवे नमो नमः चिन्मय गुरवे नमो नमः केरलदेशे प्रकटित चिन्मय बालकृष्णनाम्नायुत चिन्मय चट्टम्बी गुरु शिक्षित चिन्मय शैशवे हि संस्कारित चिन्मय चिन्मय गुरवे नमो नमः चिन्मय गुरवे नमो नमः चञ्चल मानस बालक चिन्मय तथापि शिव ध्याने रत चिन्मय क्रीडा प्रवीण युव प्रिय चिन्मय विद्याग्रहण कुशल वर चिन्मय चिन्मय गुरवे नमो नमः चिन्मय गुरवे नमो नमः लखनौ नगरे शिक्षित चिन्मय विधिभाषांग्ल विशारद चिन्मय वृत्तपत्रलेखवर चिन्मय स्वतः तथा संग्रामक चिन्मय चिन्मय गुरवे नमो नमः चिन्मय गुरवे नमो नमः तदर्थ कारागृहगत चिन्मय ततः शिवानन्दाश्रित चिन्मय सन्न्यासे गुरुदीक्षित चिन्मय चिन्मयानन्दा विधान चिन्मय चिन्मय गुरवे नमो नमः चिन्मय गुरवे नमो नमः उत्तरकाश्याश्रमगत चिन्मय स्वामी तपोवन प्रशिष्य चिन्मय शास्त्राध्यात्म पठनरत चिन्मय प्रीति प्राप्त गुरु प्रसाद चिन्मय चिन्मय गुरवे नमो नमः चिन्मय गुरवे नमो नमः गंगा दर्शन प्रेरित चिन्मय ज्ञान यज्ञ प्रारंभक चिन्मय असंख्य जन प्रिय प्रेरक चिन्मय चिन्मय संस्था स्थापक चिन्मय चिन्मय गुरवे नमो नमः चिन्मय गुरवे नमो नमः गीता ज्ञान प्रचारक चिन्मय आश्रम सांदीपनिकृत चिन्मय अनेक मंदिर निर्मित चिन्मय उपकारक साधक जन चिन्मय चिन्मय गुरवे नमो नमः चिन्मय गुरवे नमो नमः करुणापूरित मानस चिन्मय सकल जनानां हितरत चिन्मय बालक युवक प्रशिक्षक चिन्मय विद्यालय संस्थापक चिन्मय चिन्मय गुरवे नमो नमः चिन्मय गुरवे नमो नमः समाज सेवा प्रेरक चिन्मय स्वास्थ्य चिकित्सा सदायक चिन्मय संस्कृत गौरव स्थापक चिन्मय ग्रंथानेक प्रकाशक चिन्मय चिन्मय गुरवे नमो नमः चिन्मय गुरवे नमो नमः ज्ञान भक्ति सेवामय चिन्मय नित्य शुद्ध गुरु विमुक्त चिन्मय महासमाधौ संस्थित चिन्मय भक्तिरस्तु नस्त्वयि हे चिन्मय चिन्मय गुरवे नमो नमः 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 चिन्मय गुरवे नमो नमः
जय गुरुदेवं चिन्मयानन्दं जय गुरुदेवं चिन्मयानन्दं प्रणमाम्यहं गुरुदेवं अहर्निशं प्रणमाम्यहं गुरुदेवं अहर्निशं जय गुरुदेवं चिन्मयानन्दं जय गुरुदेवं चिन्मयानन्दं प्रणमाम्यहं गुरुदेवं अहर्निशम् धर्मोद्धारकं गीता प्रचारकं धर्मोद्धारकं गीता प्रचारकं आनन्दरूपम् आत्मस्वरूपम् आनन्दरूपम् आत्मस्वरूपं जय गुरुदेवं चिन्मयानन्दं जय गुरुदेवं चिन्मयानन्दं प्रणमाम्यहं गुरुदेवं अहर्निशं जय गुरुदेवं चिन्मयानन्दं प्रणमाम्यहं गुरुदेवं तामसहारकम् उत्साहवर्धकं तामसहारकम् उत्साहवर्धकं तपोवनशिष्यं तत्त्वस्वरूपं तपोवनशिष्यं तत्त्वस्वरूपं जय गुरुदेवं चिन्मयानन्दं जय गुरुदेवं चिन्मयानन्दं प्रणमाम्यहं गुरुदेवं अहर्निशं प्रणमाम्यहं गुरुदेवं अहर्निशं जय गुरुदेवं चिन्मयानन्दं प्रणमाम्यहं गुरुदेवं प्रेम हृदयिनं परमविरागिणं प्रेम हृदयिनं परमविरागिणं सन्न्यासिनं गुरुं शिरसा नमाम्यहं सन्न्यासिनं गुरुं शिरसा नमाम्यहं जय गुरुदेवं चिन्मयानन्दं जय गुरुदेवं चिन्मयानन्दं प्रणमाम्यहं गुरुदेवं अहर्निशं प्रणमाम्यहं गुरुदेवं अहर्निशं जय गुरुदेवं My pranams to Swamiji, my pranams to all of you. Lalita, all our thoughts are with you. Please do talk to us and please come to us whenever you need to talk to anybody. And I wish you all the best. And Leeta and Harsha and Sharmila, please remember that we are all your family. May God bless you. And once a family comes under the protection of Gurudev, we all know he always takes care of all of us. We all have gone through this life serving him, and so he is always with us. Hari Om.
Hari Om. Hari Om Swamiji, Sohamji, Lodhia family. Hari Om friends. I don't even know how to start speaking at such an event. All of us have talked about, Swamiji talked about Pranji's vision and how he executed on that vision. We can relate from Chinmaya Mission, San Jose, but more broadly, just for the entire Chinmaya family, all of us have had such great experiences with him where he shared that vision, where he's inspired all of us in some way, in some form. He's touched every one of us at some point. I know I speak personally for myself. Through the Chinmaya Mission San Jose board, there have been so many times when we ran into issues, we didn't know what to do. And we said, let's ask Pranji, he will know what to do.
We asked ourselves, what would Pranji do? And as Swamiji said, through Pranji, it was almost like Gurudev himself was telling us what to do. He was a man of great vision. He inspired us to greatness in so many ways, not just in this center, but as one of the earlier speakers said, also just encouraging us to think about the Chinmaya family globally. Beyond that vision, vision is not sufficient to get things done. You have to have a sense of compassion. You have to be able to empathize with people where they are and inspire them to greater action and help them. Pranji was compassionate. He was one of the most kind human beings I have ever met, never turned anyone away, was always there, ever willing to help solve problems, ever willing to be there for people and help them achieve what they needed to achieve. Even this building in which we are right now, this is Pranji's gift to us in some respects. I still remember it was back in 2005 that we realized that we needed to expand because our old property on Park Avenue was small. And the ability to think broadly about what our future vision should be at the time, the ability to then have the confidence to say, let's think big, let's think about the needs of the mission in the future. Scouring properties across the Bay Area to even settle on this fund, going through the whole construction project, the financing for the property, we would not have been able to raise the money had it not been for Pranji. We owe him so much in so many respects, in so many ways, and that's just one example. I know that each of you, as you reflect, if you close your eyes and think about what Pranji has done to you, there'll be so many examples that come up. Today, we stand on the shoulders of a giant, and it's up to us to carry forward his work. It's up to us to carry forward that vision of Gurudev that Pranji so humbly executed his entire life. Pranji is not among us, but Pranji still lives in every one of us. There's a little bit of Pranji in every one of us even today. And going forward, I can only hope that we all find the courage, the strength, the vision, the inspiration to continue Gurudev's great work, just like Pranji did. That's what he would want. Thank you. Hari Om.
Om Shri Chinmaya Sadgurave Namaha. Hari Om. There are many virtues one can and should imbibe in one's own life. Of all these virtues, two are most important. One is humility while doing or giving anything. The other is gratitude while receiving anything from anyone. Pranji, I have seen these two virtues in you very distinctly. What you are doing, always did for Chinmaya mission is with great humility. And whenever I speak to you, you always mention how grateful you have been to the whole life, what this life has given to you, wife has given to you, your family, friends, relatives have given to you. You are so blessed that great Mahatmas also blessed you. And what shall I speak about our Pujya Gurudev, Swami Chinmayanandaji? You are a recipient of his love. What else do we need? This gratitude is the most important virtue. I remember one beautiful shloka, mantra, from the Ishavasya Upanishad. It says that, O Lord, lead us to our supreme goal of life with right, beautiful, noble path, and we bow down to you again and again. Agne naya supatharaye asman vishwani deva vayunani vidwan yuyodhyasmajjuhuranamenu bhuvishtham te nama uktim vidhema. I pray to God, and I always say that you and your family always enjoy grace and blessings of Bhagwan and Sri Gurudev. Hari Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.
Thank you. Hari Om Swamiji. Hari Om. It's hard to enter this space without my dad. And yet I feel so much love from all of you here to our family. On behalf of my mom, my sister, our children, our extended family, thank you for this service. As I said at the service, it was a great privilege and gift to my father to serve at the mission, to adhere to the teachings of Gurudev, and to serve Guruji, who he loved so dearly. He loved his teachers and the knowledge that he gained through the mission. But I also feel we were blessed by the community that we gained through his participation and my mom's participation in it. And I'm grateful that each of you will remain part of our lives from now forward. And that we can serve in the ways he did, with the memory of the things that we've done together. Looking at these photos, it's hard. We were in Piercy all together as a family. That's what my dad wanted last weekend. And being there in the quiet was so different from the times we'd spent there in camps with lectures, Swamiji, Guruji, and the joyful memories that we spent there. I'm driving up here today and seeing some of these pictures. I think too, what a joy it gave my dad to see his grandchildren begin studying in the mission. One by one, Adya Vedant, my kids, and then Harsha's kids, Sachin and Premila. He took joy driving them to classes and to be present with them and have them participate in the teachings. And I'm so grateful for all of the teachers that they have been blessed to learn under, and for this community. Didn't have anything formal prepared. I'm just going to read a couple of the letters that my dad received from Swami Chinmayananda and from Swami Tejamayananda. These letters were ones that he treasured so much. This one is dated June 20th, 1992, from Allendale, Michigan. Hari Om, salutations. How did you fabricate such a gracious family with all, wife and girls, all are interested in Vedanta? This is the greatest fortune one can have in life. I'm feeling tired but full of enthusiasm. And so the Michigan camp will roll off well. All His grace, love Chinmayananda. A letter written in flight from Hong Kong. Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari Om. Salutations. 2 hours ago, I left you at the airport, and I'm belching as your dinner has not yet settled down. Be sweet as you are. Both of you get committed to the Sandipani work. What we have are all gifts from Him. What we do with what we have makes it all our gifts to Him. Let us flood Him with our gifts. Love, Swami Chinmayananda. Sorry, I have to read this one off of the phone. This beautiful letter was written from Swami Tejamayananda, written by Swami Tejamayananda on December 8th, 2021. And I'm so grateful to him for writing it so that my dad could hear it and treasure his kind words to him. Dear Pranji, Hari Om. When I look at your physical health, my heart breaks with pain and sadness. But when I think of you as a person and the way you have lived your life, I feel extremely proud of you. The greed of money didn't tempt you, and you gave more importance to your family. Thereafter, you found your altar of devotion in Pujya Gurudev, working for all mission centers and projects selflessly. No wonder countless people love you and pray for you. You are very fortunate in having Lita as your wife, Harsha and Sharmila as daughters with their families. My bond of love with your whole family can't be described fully. Rest assured of God's grace and Pujya Gurudev's blessings with you all ever. With love, Tejamayananda. Thank you, Guruji. Thank you all. We'll need you in the days ahead, so thank you for your commitments of love and community. I'm so grateful to all of you. Again, thank you so much for this kindness that you've shown us today, and for all of the love that you've shared with my family and your love of my dad. It's nice to know that we won't be missing him alone. Thank you.
समस्तजनकल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरं संस्कृतेर्वीक्ष्य हानिं च भारतस्य च दुस्थितिं द्रवितं हृदयं यस्य वन्देऽहं तं महामुनिं निष्क्रिया करुणा क्वापि सफला न भविष्यति इति मत्वा सर्वदैव कर्मणि वर्तते यतिः स्वयं कुर्वन् कारयन्श्च कर्माणि विविधानि यः असक्तः सर्वकार्येषु वर्तते सर्वदा च सः ज्ञानयज्ञप्रचारं च ब्रह्मचारि प्रशिक्षणं श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणादि व्याख्याग्रन्थप्रकाशनं बालकेषु च संस्कारो विचारो युवकेषु च धर्मनिष्ठा देशभक्तिः लोकसेवा तथैव च यथा वृद्धिं प्राप्नुवन्ति तथा यत्नं करोति सः सर्वदा सर्वभावेन सद्गुरुर्नो यतीश्वरः ये गुणाः सर्वशास्त्रेषु वर्ण्यन्ते ब्रह्मज्ञानिनां तैरयं सर्वदा पूर्णो राजते सर्वयोगिनां निर्गुणे निश्चला निष्ठा सगुणे सरसारथिः संगमो मधुरश्चायं देशिकेनो महात्मनि अनेकजन्मार्जितपुण्यप्राप्तः मया गुरुर्यो जगति प्रसिद्धः यस्य प्रसादेन मनः प्रशान्तं बभूव मेतं शिरसा नमामि कृतज्ञताया च हृदि स्थिता मे वक्तुं न शक्या खलु यत्नतोऽपि गुरो प्रसीद कृपया विदेहि त्वत्पादभक्तिं परमानुरक्तिं त्वत्पादभक्तिं परमानुरक्तिम्. I request the Lodhia family to please go for the Aarti, Gurudev's Chinmaya Aarti at the altar. Until later, you can also join. We'll be doing Pujya Gurudev's Aarti at the altar. You can all please just stand up and turn around. Yeah. आरति श्री चिन्मय सद्गुरु की दिव्य रूप मूर्ति करुणा की आरति सद्गुरु की चरणों में उनके शांति समाये शरणागत की भ्रांति मिटाए पाप ताप संताप हरण की आरति श्री चिन्मय सद्गुरु की आरति सद्गुरु की वेद उपनिषद गीता को गाया धर्म सनातन फिर आया शुद्ध नीति प्रीति शंकर की आरति श्री चिन्मय सद्गुरु की आरति सद्गुरु की सिद्धबाड़ी की तपोभूमि में नित्य विराजे गुरु हमारे भक्त हृदय आनंद स्रोत की आरती श्री चिन्मय सद्गुरु की, आरती श्री चिन्मय सद्गुरु की, दिव्य रूप मूर्ति करुणा की, आरती सद्गुरु की, आरती सद्गुरु की। बोलिए श्री सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय।
Hari Om. We will close with a prayer. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om. My gratitude to all those who came in person and those who joined online. Sincere gratitude to CMW board members who took time out of their schedule to join in this prayer service. Thank you to all of you who have participated, who came in here today. We request you that you stay. There will be lunch prasad, there will be served downstairs shortly. We will go down, and then as they get ready to set up Swamiji's bhiksha and food for us, so we can proceed down. Hari Om.
वेदांतमय सिद्धांतमय वेदांतमय सिद्धांतमय वेदांतमय सिद्धांतमय शुद्धान्तमय गुरुदेव शुद्धान्तमय गुरुदेव शुद्धान्तमय गुरुदेव शुद्धान्तमय गुरुदेव आनन्दमय चैतन्यमय चिन्मय गुरुदेव आनन्दमय चैतन्यमय चिन्मय गुरुदेव कल्याणमय कारुण्यमय कल्याणमय कारुण्यमय कल्याणमय कारुण्यमय कल्याणमय कारुण्यमय करुणामय गुरुदेव करुणामय गुरुदेव करुणामय गुरुदेव करुणामय गुरुदेव आनन्दमय चैतन्यमय चिन्मय गुरुदेव आनन्दमय चैतन्यमय चिन्मय गुरुदेव ब्रह्म